You are watching the NHL Roundup. Welcome to the NHL Roundup. I'm Mike Jackman, and we've reached the final stretch of the NHL season. Next week is the playoffs, but there's still some playoff positions up for grabs. If you think the West standings are tight, check out the East. Right now, there's a three-way tie for that 8th and final playoff spot with 95 points by the Boston Bruins, Detroit Red Wings, and the Pittsburgh Penguins. But you might as well throw the Ottawa Senators into that mix. They were only 2 points out going into Tuesday night. Now, the Bruins, they had Tuesday night off, while the Detroit Red Wings played at home to the Carolina Hurricanes, and the slumping Penguins headed to Ottawa. With a win by the Senators, that 8th and final playoff spot would get a whole lot more interesting. If the Senators' game plan was to come out strong, it did not work, because it's the Penguins that scored 10 seconds in, and it's Sidney Crosby with his 28th. He blows it by Andrew Hammond to make it 1-0 Pittsburgh. And then not long after, the Senators can't clear the zone, Ian Cole over to Bo Bennett, onto the empty net past Andrew Hammond, and it's 2-0 Pittsburgh, just like that. Then the Penguins looking for more. It's a 3-on-1. Evgeny Malkin tries to finish it off, but a big sprawling save there by Hammond to keep his club only down by 2. But the Penguins kept things coming, and Hammond comes up with a big save, but it winds up going up in the air, right in front for Patrick Hornqvist. He swipes it home, and all of a sudden, 3-0 Pittsburgh after the first. Sens came out in the second when the first big scoring chance is going to be their captain, Erik Karlsson, right in front of the net, but a big glove save by Marc-Andre Fleury keeps his shutout intact. Still 3-0 Pittsburgh. Great opportunity for the Penguins to put their foot on the gas pedal as Ben Lovejoy comes out of the penalty box with a great opportunity to make it 4-0. He goes to the backhand, tries to go 5-hole, but Hammond wasn't having any of that. Now the Senators are shorthanded, but Jean-Gabriel Pageau goes to work. This is what you do, kids. Just throw the puck on net. It goes off the skate of Pouliot and past Marc-Andre Fleury, and the Senators get a break. They're on the board, down 3-1 with the shorthanded goal. Senators look for more before the end of the second. Mark Stone's going to find David Legwand, but he's going to get a brick wall in the name of Marc-Andre Fleury in his way to keep his club up 3-1. Third period now, all night long, Marc-Andre Fleury was stoning the Ottawa Senators, so here's their justice. Mark Stone snaps it past him in the third period, and all of a sudden, the Senators are only down by 1, 3-2. But I'd say Mr. Fleury regains himself in a big way with a huge save there off Stone. Gets his revenge, still 3-2. With 1:53 left and Hammond on the bench, cue the dramatic music as Mike Hoffman, wrister from the point, finds its way past Fleury, and the Senators have come back from down 3-0 to tie this game at 3. We're going to overtime. And you're thinking, no way the Senators can come up with another dramatic overtime win. Well, yes again, Mark Stone's the hero, wrister past Marc-Andre Fleury. The Senators win again in overtime 4-3 and keep those very slim playoff chances alive as they're now tied for that final playoff spot with the Boston Bruins and the Pittsburgh Penguins. We head to Detroit for the Hurricanes and the Red Wings. Red Wings looking for a victory to keep their playoff hopes intact. And here comes Riley Sheahan coming up in front of the net. And it's going to be a big blocker save, though, by Antoine Khudobin to keep it scoreless after the first. Stayed scoreless till the second when Mr. Dangles goes to work. Mr. Henrik Zetterberg in front of the net. He dangles to the backhand and he beats Khudobin 1-0 for the Red Wings. Red Wings keep pressing, but it's a big save by Antoine Khudobin that keeps it only 1-0. Watch the quick left pad save off Gustav Nyquist. And you see it all the time, miss opportunity at one end. Victor Rask is going to fire this shot wide. It goes right in front for Nathan Gerbe. No mistake past Jimmy Howard. We got a 1-1 game in Detroit. Hurricanes are going to come back again as Justin Falk makes his way into the zone. Howard makes the first save, but a rebound comes right in front for Chris Terry. His 11th of the year makes it 2-1 for the Hurricanes. Remember that save off Nyquist? Revenge. That's how you spell revenge through the 5-hole of Khudobin. That ties this game up at 2 for Nyquist. Still 2-2 in the third, but the powerhouses go to work as Zetterberg makes his way around Justin Falk and throws it in front of the net for Pavel Datsyuk. He beats Khudobin 3-2 Detroit. That's your game winner as the Red Wings squeak past the Hurricanes 3-2 and keep their playoffs intact. We head to Philly for the Islanders and the Flyers. With a point, the Islanders would clinch the playoff spot, but it's the Flyers that get on the board first on the power play. Claude Giroux takes a pass from Mark Streit, and he fires it past the lack, 1-0 for the Flyers in the first. Islanders looking to tie. Mikhail Grabner's going to get a great opportunity from in close, but a big blocker save by Steve Mason, who's been lights out lately. And then Streit and Giroux go to work again. Mark Streit's going to feed Giroux, and he goes top shelf on Halak, 2-0 Flyers after the first. But with under 10 minutes to go in the second period, the Islanders get a power play, and they're going to hit the board as John Tavares tips the shot in front by Ryan Strome to make this game 2-1. But the Flyers had spoiler rules written all over them tonight, and Vincent Lecavalier is going to find Pierre-Edouard Bellemare at the side of the net. His quick shot beats Halak, and the Flyers have their 2-goal lead right back again. It's 3-1. So we head to the third. Zach Ronaldo pass in front of the net, and it's no longer on the stick of Carlo Kaliakovo. Then it's in the back of the net past Halak. 4-1 now, Philly. But with the chance to make it into the playoffs, you knew the Islanders were going to come back, and they do exactly that. Anders Lee's going to take a pass in front of the net and snipe it past Steve Mason to make this game 4-2. And here's how big winning an offensive faceoff is. Tavares wins the draw back to Johnny Boychuk. He loads it up past Steve Mason. All of a sudden, the Islanders are only down by 1 with 1:40 to go. And then with the goalie out, Tavares does it again, wins the draw, and he finds Anders Lee in front of the net, and they score. The Islanders come all the way back from down 4-1 to tie this one up at 4. Remember, they only need a point to make the playoffs. But put that celebration on hold because of a goal like this. With 3 seconds left, Braden Shen lets it go, and Yaroslav Halak handcuffs him. That's like a person who hasn't showered in a couple of days. That had an odor on it, and the Islanders lose this one in a heartbreaker 5-4 with 3 seconds left. We head to the Meadowlands for the Rangers and the Devils. With a victory, the Rangers can wrap up the President's Trophy for first overall in the NHL, and Carl Hagelin shows off his speed here, but he runs out of real estate and can't get enough on his backhand stop by Schneider. With about 6 minutes left, Martin St. Louis is going to be spotted right in front of the net with a quick shot, but again, Schneider's up to the task with a big save to keep the score at 0-0. But on that ensuing faceoff, there's going to be a loose puck in front of the net for Kevin Hayes to chip past Schneider, and the Rangers have a 1-0 lead. And before the end of the first period, Rangers get a power play, and Ryan McDonough, chef in the point, finds its way past Corey Schneider, 2-0 now for the Rangers. But the Devils get a power play before the end of the first, and they move it around to perfection. Steve Bernier in front of the net is going to find Patrick Elias. He makes no mistake past Talbot, and it makes it 2-1. 5 minutes into the second, it's another Devils power play, but this time it's a giveaway, and it leads to Rick Nash getting a great opportunity alone on Corey Schneider, but Schneider comes up with a big save to keep his club only down by 1. Now it's a Rangers power play, 5 minutes left to go in the second, and Kevin Hayes is going to find Ryan McDonough sitting all alone at the side of the net, but a 5-star save here coming up by Corey Schneider keeps this game at only 2-1. This one stayed 2-1 to the third period, and then the Rangers add their insurance as James Shepard is going to tip this puck in front of the net past Corey Schneider, making it 3-1 for the Rangers. The Rangers would double up the Devils on this night 4-2, and they clinch the President's Trophy in the NHL. Wild and Blackhawks from Chicago. The Blackhawks put on a lot of pressure early, but Dubnyk stood his ground, and then back come the Wild. Fontaine's going to get a great opportunity to score short side, but Corey Crawford makes the easy save. And then here comes the mayor of Palmerville. Jason Palmerville slaps it from the face-off circle, but again, Corey Crawford stands his ground. Antoine Vermette, second period, drop pass for Saad, and a big blocker save there by Dubnyk to keep the game scoreless. This one was scoreless to the third period, and then the Blackhawks turn the puck over, which leads to a big 2-on-1 for Jason Palmerville and Zach Parise. Parise over to Palmerville, but watch the glove save by Crawford to keep this game still scoreless in the third period. And I know what you're thinking, probably the same thing I am with the way these two are performing. When's the first goal happening? How about now? Mikael Granlund in front of the net, backhands it past Crawford, 1-0 Wild in the third. And the Wild weren't done there either, because Chris Stewart finds a way to get past the defender and gives it to Michael Zucker. He makes a sucker out of Crawford with that shot, makes it 2-0 for the Wild, and the Wild win it 2-1. Jets and Blues from St. Louis. The Jets get off to an early start as Blake Wheeler shows off he's got some wheels, but he doesn't have the scoring touch on this play because Jake Allen comes up with a big glove save. Jaden Schwartz is going to get a great opportunity to put the Blues up in front at the side of the net, but Andrei Pavlik says, "No sir, you're not doing that on my time," and it's still 0-0. In a big game, the Jets needed Andrei Pavlik on his A game, and they got exactly that because he comes up with another big save off Pietrangelo in front of the net with a right pad save. In the second, about 3 minutes in, Chris Thorburn is going to get the loose puck in front of the net, backhands it through the legs of Jake Allen, and the Jets have the first goal of the game and lead it 1-0. Thorburn looks for goal number 2 in front of the net, but this time Jake Allen comes up with a big save. The Blues are still looking for that equalizer, and they're going to get a breakout here. Steve Ott is going to find Paul Stastny. He walks in alone, and the backhand beats Pavlik. We're tied at 1. Or are we? Because Stastny winds up getting a penalty for slashing the stick out of the hands of the defender, which still makes it 1-0 for the Jets. And you'll see why Stastny's getting the penalty right here. You can see him slash the stick out of his hands before scoring the goal, which is why he's going to be in the box for 2 minutes. Now how about some physical play as Barrett Jackman steps up and nails Drew Stafford at center ice. With about 2 minutes left, Blake Wheeler's going to steal the puck, and he's off to the races 1-on-1 against Jake Allen, but just like in the first period, Allen gets the better of him with a huge save, which means the Blues are going to pull their goalie and get one last chance at it, but the shot from the point can't make it through. Pavlik comes up with 30 saves for the shutout. Jets win it 1-0. Now we got the Predators and the Avalanche from Colorado. It's the Predators that strike first. Kalle Jarnkrok's going to take a pass from Matt Cullen and blow it by Varlamov glove hand. 1-0 Nashville. Avalanche try to tie. Veteran Jerome McGinley. Pecorino gets a piece of it, and then his defenseman bails him out by clearing it out of the crease. A turnover in their own zone is almost costly for the Avalanche, but Varlamov comes up huge off James Neal to keep the score only 1-0. Now, Ginla didn't get all of his shot earlier, but he's getting all of this one as he takes a pass from Tyson Barrie and blows it by Rene. We're tied at 1 in Colorado. Not even 10 seconds later, Avalanche do it again. Ryan O'Reilly, talk about getting all of it. He gets all of that one as he blows it by Rene, and the Avalanche have the lead now 2-1. Early Nashville power play, and they strike. Ryan Ellis, shot from the point, finds its way past Varlamov to the back of the net. We're tied at 2 in Colorado. Still 2-2 in the third. Alex Tanguay takes a pass and walks in on Pecorino to the backhand, but he shuts the door to keep this game tied. With under 13 minutes to go, Joey Hishin, his shot beats Pecorino, his first goal in the National Hockey League. Save that puck, young man. You got your first NHL goal, and it's also a game winner as the Avalanche beat the Predators 3-2. Now to the Kings and Oilers in Edmonton. The Kings' playoffs hopes were dangling, and the Oilers come out flying, and it's Neil Yakupov stepping into this one, but Martin Jones comes up with a big save. Then with under 3 minutes left in the first period, Anders Lander right in front of the net is going to get absolutely robbed a couple times by Martin Jones to keep this game still at 0-0. Second period, and here comes Teddy Purcell with a great opportunity, and Martin Jones is going to download a new ringtone, the ringtone of the post, and it's still 0-0. But there's only so much you can do as a goaltender, and Matt Fraser is going to solve the Martin Jones problem as he puts home a rebound in front of the net to make it 1-0 Edmonton. Kings power play. Kopitar is going to take the shot. It goes wide of the net, but takes a friendly bounce in front for Jake Muzzin. He beats Richard Bachman. We're tied at 1. But the Oilers get it right back. Benoit Pouliot steals the puck, and then he's off to the races, and nobody's catching him as he snaps it past Martin Jones. 2-1 now for the Oilers. Oilers are going to get the insurance as Tyler Pitlick knows where the top shelf is on Martin Jones. 3-1 now for the Oilers. But the sales come out of the Oilers after this one. Drew Doughty's going to step into it from center ice, and it beats Richard Bachman. All of a sudden, it's 3-2. Now, last chance for the Kings. Only 10 seconds left, and the Oilers have possession of it. Matt Fraser's first shot stopped by Drew Doughty, but he follows up his own rebound into the empty net. You won't hear this very often, but the Oilers do their rival Calgary Flames a huge favor by knocking off the Kings 4-2. So let's end the night in Calgary. The Flames and the Coyotes. Johnny Gaudreau took a high stick there, but he's tough, and he's going to put home the rebound in front of the net and give his club a 1-0 lead in the first period. To the second, Coyotes look to tie, but a big left pad save coming up off Martin Erat by Jonas Hiller to keep his club up by 1. But still second with pressure comes reward. Hiller makes the first save, but B.J. Crombie follows it up with a tire as he puts it past him. We're tied at 1. In the third period, Sean Furlan, the shot stopped by Bank Smith, but there to clean up the garbage in front, David Jones, and he makes it 2-1 for the Flames. But a mental mistake coming up here by Jonas Hiller behind the net. He gives it away to Kyle Tipcher, throws it in front for Cunningham. He makes no mistake past Hiller. We're tied at 2. But Sean Monahan is going to bail out Hiller with this as he shows great patience and wrister past Mike Smith. 3-2 Flames. That's your final, and the playoff chances for the Calgary Flames get ever so closer.